If you're planning to buy your first home, you're probably wondering, what type of property should I absolutely avoid? That's exactly what we're going to explore in this video. Take it as a guide to help you make the right choice. The first type of property to avoid: homes in bad locations. No matter how charming the interior may be, location can be remodeled. It can be changed. Avoid homes that are right next to a highway or a noisy boulevard, or close to a bar open until 3 a.m., or a 24-hour diner, or an industrial garage, or near a train track, or directly facing a cemetery. Even if the home looks like a great deal on paper, the environment will eventually catch up with you. And when it's time for you to sell, that same issue will turn off the next buyer for sure. Unless the neighborhood has seen major development, but that's really rare. The next type of home to avoid: homes that require major renovations. Plumbing needs replacing, outdated electrical, roof needs to be redone, rotten windows, the French drain or even the city plumbing needs replacing. If several big repairs are needed right away, don't see it as a to-do list, but see it as a money pit. And if the purchase price doesn't reflect those repairs, or you need to do it all in a few months, like in 2-3 months, it's a trap for sure, for your finances and for your mental health. So before falling in love with the price, ask yourself honestly, do I have the cash, the energy, the time, and the right contacts to handle all this work? And more importantly, are there even more hidden repairs waiting to be discovered? If you're actively house hunting, just message me, send me an email, call me, because with my team, we're really there to help. We'll set up a face-to-face meeting or a Zoom meeting, and we'll guide you from A to Z so that your transition is as smooth as possible. We'll even help you spot the homes to avoid and the homes that are perfect just for you. The next type of home to avoid: homes that have been flipped by non-professionals. You see fresh paint, trendy lighting, modern finishes, a beautiful kitchen. But what's behind the walls? Nothing was touched behind those walls. Never buy based only on a pretty kitchen. Always ask, were permits obtained from the city? Were renovations done by a licensed professionals? Is there a legal warranty in place? Please do a pre-purchase inspection, and if the house is sold without warranty, you need to be even more diligent. A real story I want to share with you. A buyer was telling me that he fell in love with a remodeled home. It looked perfect. Everything looked new, and that was like a couple of years back. So there was a bidding war, so he made an offer with no inspection. 2 months later, after buying without warranty, there's a water infiltration from the unsealed concrete blocks foundation. There's even mold inside the walls, and he needs a new French drain. So basically, it was a nightmare. The result: tens of thousands of dollars in repairs. Surface level flips with no solid foundation are like shiny car with an engine rollback. The next home you want to avoid: homes with signs of structural problems. Some foundation cracks are kind of normal, especially here in Quebec. I see them in most homes I visit. But others can mean serious structural issues, and that's never minor. Look out for deep or stair-step cracks in the foundation, uneven or sagging floors, visible slopes across multiple rooms. You can feel it. You enter the room and you're like, oh, there's a slope. Try to avoid this. So even if the price seems really attractive, sometimes it hides the need for structural repairs or even foundation piling, and those costs can double and triple really fast. The next type of home you want to avoid: homes too far from work and school. On paper, it sounds great. A larger, a newer home with a bigger yard for the same price as you would buy in the city close to work. But do the math. You spend an hour and a half in the morning commuting, an hour and 45 minutes commuting in the evening. That's 3 hours plus per day. Imagine the amount of hours. Imagine the time you're spending commuting. That's like nonsense. It means fatigue, stress, less time with family, lower quality of life. And one day you'll say, well, you know what? I'm done. And one day, when you go to sell, you'll realize that the distance is also a turnoff for a lot of many buyers. One day, when you go to the market to sell your property because you're fed up, you'll soon realize that the distance, the commute time, is also a turnoff for a lot of buyers. Your home location is one of the most important factors, both for your quality of life, but also for your investment. Same goes for school runs. If your child's school is in another town and daily commutes becomes a burden, you'll end up spending way too much time in your car. Since 2009, with my team, we've helped people who realize they want to live closer to their daily lives. They need to sell or buy, and most importantly, choose the right location. If that's your case, just message us. We'll guide you from A to Z so that your transition is as smooth as possible. The next type of home you want to avoid: zoning or illegal usage issues. The classic example that comes to my mind: a house is sold with a basement apartment, a bachelor, but it doesn't have city permits. If zoning laws don't allow that kind of unit, or if major work would be needed to make it legal, you could face legal and financial problems. Always check before you buy. Then decide fully informed. There's also poor interior design or layout. An entryway that's way too small. That's not fun in winter. You know, the cool air comes in the house. Or you have a tiny kitchen, even though you love cooking. Major lack of storage, especially with kids or hobbies. Or an awkward layout that hurts the resale value. We often forget interior functionality is what makes a house livable every day, and it has a huge impact when it's time to sell. Some homes will make you happy, and others will drain all your energy. The goal is to know the difference before you sign anything. Stick around if you found this helpful, because more real estate videos are coming very soon.